This is what I wake up to on my YouTube feed. Look at this.
Propaganda is being mastered.
Okay. It says, we just found out who Doge administrator is after Trump's paid liar refused to name them.
Unfortunately, there is a segment of our population here in the United States that just yum, 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 just gobbles it right up.
Okay. This 30 minutes after their wedding, the newlyweds die. This is what you have to, oh God. Okay, what is this? Trump corners himself with dumbest move yet.
On the third anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the United Nations General Assembly voted to support a resolution backed by Ukraine and the European Union, condemning Russia's aggression. This measure directly opposed a competing US proposal, reflecting a significant shift in American policy.
Why do they act so surprised? Well, they're not really acting surprised. They just... Okay, now what is this? You effed up. Rachel Maddow explodes on her own MSNBC furry. Joy.
This can be discussed and taken through. Let's start with the basic level.
Okay.
This can be
go fuck yourself. Okay?
It is also unnerving to see that on a network where we've got two non-white hosts in primetime, both of our non-white hosts in primetime are losing their shows, as is Katie Fang on the weekend. And that feels worse than bad, no matter who replaces them. That feels indefensible, and I do not defend it. But there's just one other piece of it that you should know. From your side of the TV screen, you will mostly see changes in terms of who's in the anchor chair. And actually everybody who's going...
It's still, no matter who's in that chair, we still hearing what they want us to hear. Trump spires top military lawyers. This will backfire. Yeah, they say that all the time. And yet, who's in the Oval Office? Now, Nevada ballots change? Question mark. All hell breaks loose. I tried looking at it. I'm okay. Now, you hit it.
There's a reason there's a reason American democracy has become theater to the rest of the world. For one thing, it's better than...
Let's see.
There's a reason American democracy has become theater to the rest of the world. For one thing, it's better than most reality TV. And it has just as many sex scandals somehow. Welcome back to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. For all the political theater that the American government repertory company loves to showboat,
that is the president of the United States and the richest man on the earth, which is looking into things like Social Security and different things like that. Why don't we investigate the real corruption?
Hold off. Point of order.
I reclaim my time.
Point of order.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Hold off. There was a point of order when you said something. Who asked for it? Mr. Higgins. would you like to revise your remark with respect to improperly identifying the President of the United States?
I'll say President Musk and grifter and cheap Trump.
All right.
Grifter and cheap
Hey,
Trump.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Wait a second.
If I wanted to challenge someone to a fight, they would know it. Thank you.
Chairman, if
President,
Mr. Musk
told
actually
him that-
came here,
what-
then maybe the rules.
All right.
Committee
I heard
would
no
apply to
disparagement
him.
of
But-
the-
I'll say
Will you
something
revise-
else.
We'll save a lot of time.
I'll say something else.
Okay. All right. We're going to let Chair recognize Mr. Frost. You still have 349. You're going to
And these
maybe
are grown
revise
people.
the disparaging comment about the president because that's
Disparaging comment.
supposed to be our decorum here. And
But
It is
we can
supposed to
talk
be.
about other people like a
President Musk and the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who is engaged in grifting of the American people, often use their public offices to enrich themselves. Someone on the other side was just asking, how would you
Point of
feel
order,
if you
Mr.
called
Chairman.
someone else from the
hold
other
off, Mr. Frost. Hold off. There's a pending motion for disparaging the president.
I will say the president's grifting because you spent the last 2 years
All
saying
right.
President
Take
Biden
down
was
his
corrupt.
words.
I can say,
All right.
say that Trump is
motion-
grifting. What I will withdraw
member-
is calling him grifter in chief. That is what I
The
will
chair
withdraw.
sustains the point of order, and the words in question are ordered stricken from the transcript of this proceeding. So the member is barred from further participation.
Ms. Crockett, insulting people's appearance as well as trying to fight them isn't a problem.
Point of order. It's a yes or no.
But we're so
Yes, yes,
sad
No.
Yes or
Order.
no? Yes or
that
no?
our
Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. This is the stuff we have to go through.
With JD Vance.
Listen, JD Vance is a phony. He's fake. I mean, he first says that Donald Trump is like Hitler, and now he's acting like he's Lincoln.
I mean, it's a shame that these people, that our children look at these people like they're a joke. How do our kids grow up into adulthood when you have adults acting like that?
Really?
Now, I want to see what's going on. Mm. Mm. Let's see what's going on over at Fox News, how they are praising their dear leader. Trump cabinet members react to the first meeting.
All right, we've been telling you about President Trump hosting his first cabinet meeting of his second term at the White House yesterday.
And I was there in the room as the president took dozens of questions, including mine. And afterwards, I got the opportunity to speak with some of the cabinet members. Watch. We just wrapped up the
Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle from Washington tonight. As always, thank you for joining us. Well, I'm back from Guantanamo Bay, and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
But if the job is not essential or they're not doing the job well, they obviously should not be on the public payroll.
And dead people can't do the job well. So again, take them off. But that's so cruel. That's unheard of, says the Federal Employees Union. You can't cut that. Well, except it's not any of that. The legacy media, they like to ignore the fact that President Clinton actually fired 377,000 federal employees between January 93 and September of 2000. The Trump administration, again, has a goal of about 10% of the workforce, or a total of 230,000 positions cut. It has to happen, and it can't happen fast enough. And actually, when you think about it, I think 230,000 is far too few. But again, we'll take it. So this is all exciting and it's encouraging. It makes people feel optimistic. But while we are optimistic and while we are excited, at the same time, Trump 2.0 has to be mindful. Just because Democrats are lost now, and they are lost, it doesn't mean they're going to be lost forever. So if it begins to appear
in order to screw the United States, that's the purpose of it. And they've done a good job of it, but now I'm president.
Trump's got like 5 balls in the air here. This is about as high stakes as it gets. But if he can pull this off, we're looking at a new world order, something we haven't seen since before 1945. A major pillar of the Trump doctrine is nothing's free, overseas or at home. And you can't execute an agenda like this if everyone isn't working in perfect harmony.
The president has put together a tremendous team of people that have known each other for a long time. First of all, half of us are from Florida, so that's good. I've known Mike Waltz since his entire time in Congress. We've been working together for a long time, and we're aligned.